Jim, let's talk about the semis. We got information from Lattice that they had an encouraging quarter in a difficult global economic environment. And we've got information from other semis as well. So what's going on here?
It's real. It looks like that there, like a lot of industries, there was a lot of deferred spending because people were pretty much thinking that the world wasn't going to come back. And it looks like they've deferred long enough that they can't help but come back in. I think that a lot of the spending on semis is described to me by Xilinx. Altier's up big today. Xilinx is that you need, the form factors are constantly getting smaller. And in order to keep up with that, you need smaller and you need equipment that can make smaller and smaller form factors. There's a lot of innovation involving mobile phones and tablets that require new semiconductors. So what I see happening is that the deferred spend is now done. And companies have to come in and buy new equipment. Seeing it in cars, where the average car is 10.8 years old. Seeing it in housing, where it looks like that there's just, we got to have some new housing. And we're seeing it in semiconductors. What we're seeing is the beginning of new cycles after we ran down a lot of inventory during a period where it looked like we were coming out of recession. Some companies stepped up to the plate, others didn't, others deferred. And it looks like you can't defer anymore, and that's what I think is going on.
Do you think this is going to be across the board positive for semis, or is it company specific?
Well, it's interesting because I think that people think it's not going to be Intel. I think people feel that Intel, Microsoft are still too wedded to the personal computer. I come back and say that Texas Instruments up a couple of bucks. It's not as good as Intel, but I recognize the Texas Instruments stuff is, Texas Instruments is a very undervalued company. And if there's a new cycle, like Avnet has been telling me there's a new cycle, that cycle hit bottom a quarter ago, then the Texas Instruments, the ON Semiconductors and the Cypress Semis probably the ones that gain the most.
Is it still, it's not too late to get in?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I think there's plenty of semis that are still way, way off their highs. I like a rally that's led by semis, and the reason I like that is because that's capital intensive, and you want to see these companies spending, and semis are such a big part of the S&P.